Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brad with Spite Fitness, and I want to talk about something that kind of has maybe some ups and downs to it. But I want to try to focus on the good stuff here, right? So, this past Sunday, my buddy Mo sent me a message, which is basically a screenshot of an email that came out from Johnny Layne, who is one of the officials or one of the kind of the higher members within USPA, right? So he was kind of in charge of the East Coast USPA. And in the email, basically Johnny says that he's tendered his resignation with USPA and is going to start a new powerlifting federation called the USPC. I don't remember what the acronym is, but that's not quite the focus here. So initially, the idea of a new powerlifting federation, the idea seemed kind of interesting to me. And in there he detailed, wanting to have lower membership fees for members, wanting to have no approved gear list, and a few other ideas to implement into the rules to make this federation different than other federations. Now here on Wednesday, September 9th, another email has followed on from Steve Dennison, the president of USPA, kind of talking a little bit more about the situation between USPA and Johnny Layne. Now, essentially, Steve kind of says that Johnny's behavior is a little unscrupulous, that he has violated some contractual obligations by emailing directly USPA members, kind of trying to scout them for his new federation, and some of the situation kind of behind the scenes about why this came to be what it is. It came out a little bit where Steve kind of references an issue with Johnny's family member. Now, given some Google searching, I realized that part of the issue, or it at least appears part of the issue, has to do with Johnny's wife, who is a registered sex offender. The information became known to USPA. USPA asked her to step away from USPA because you could see how that type of a relationship would be problematic for USPA. And in the wake of that, it appears as though that was really the catalyst for Johnny stepping away and starting up a new powerlifting federation. Now, that's kind of the bad piece of this, right? And I'll put some information in the description box below where you can look at the information and kind of verify that for yourself and make your own determinations as you will. The piece that I'd like to focus on for this isn't necessarily what Johnny is doing per se, in terms of his own powerlifting federation, but just the idea in general, right? So some of you may be very, very against the fact that there is many powerlifting federations. Some of you may be very supportive of the fact that there's many powerlifting federations. Certainly one of the arguments is that by having so many powerlifting federations, it kind of waters down the records and things like that, right? There's no one central sanctioning body that kind of looks over powerlifting, right? And so with that, there's kind of a lot of almost seemingly like haphazard kind of issues with powerlifting. Again, kind of looking at records and things like that, state records, world records, etc. Right? However, conversely, having many different federations opens up the window of opportunity for people to be able to kind of pick and choose things that they like, right? So if a powerlifting federation allows for geared or equipped lifting, that might be something that would attract many people. Some federations might include something like a strict curl, and that also might appeal to other people. Other federations are, purely drug tested, or at least claim to be. Some federations, don't do testing or have untested portions. So, there are lots of different options within powerlifting for people to kind of choose, right? And I think that that's a really, really great thing to allow us as consumers looking for a federation to lift in an opportunity to kind of pick which federation fits us the best. I really do like the idea of a federation being responsive to the desires and the needs of the lifters and the things that the lifters want to see. I like the idea of lower fees. I like the idea of no approved equipment list. I like the idea of some of the things that we're looking to be kind of ingrained into this new potential powerlifting federation. I like where the thought process is. From where I sit, it appears that the catalyst for the execution of that wasn't really under the best of terms, or at least with the best of intentions. So just for anyone that sees this, anyone that might be in a position to, look at potentially starting new federations and things like that, I think that it's good. I enjoy the competition in terms of having multiple federations to pick from. I feel like that gives us as lifters more power to be able to kind of lift the way that we want to lift. I know that this may not resonate with many of you, but having a federation that allowed straps for deadlift, for me would be something that'd be very, very appealing. As a lifter who's had 2 bicep reattachments, that's something that would mean a lot to me. So I can certainly see the appeal of having different federations that have different rule sets and things like that being very, very appealing. So I just wanted to kind of touch on this video real fast to talk about kind of something that's emerging here within the powerlifting landscape. Certainly, if you're on Reddit or if you're looking around, you may see or hear of this, pretty quickly. But like, I wanted to kind of spin the focus away from the bad aspect of what part of the story might be, and just kind of focus on the good idea of, being able to cater to the lifters, the people, and be able to do something cool for us and give us some more choice about where we want to kind of rest our hat in terms of the federation that we lift in. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd like to hear what you think about having multiple federations and whether that's good or bad for powerlifting in general. Unfortunately, this whole situation I see as a real detriment to powerlifting, because unfortunately, powerlifting really has had a hard time getting traction, kind of moving forward with good momentum in history, right? And so this just seems like one more kind of negative thing that has the potential to kind of sidestep or distract us from really the ultimate goal, which is having a lot of fun and being successful as lifters in a federation that makes us happy. So let me know what your thoughts are on all that. I'd appreciate that very, very much. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, continue to lean forward and maybe find a federation that fits you the best. You got to get in, train despite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way. I hope that you guys continue to find the way. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subbed, I wish that you would. I appreciate you guys checking this one out, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.